Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Donnie Williams Show. This is the show where I, Todd Anderson, tell a story or give some behind the scenes facts or just some general reflections on being an actor, as I am. I was watching a movie called Licorice Pizza, and there's a scene in it where a young a woman is interviewing with a agent or manager or something, and the manager agent person keeps asking about special skills that she's listed on her resume, which are multiple languages and all this, and I was watching it. I got sweaty palms because I was like, oh, you're making a mistake because you don't want to lie on your resume, right? Because if you say you can ride a horse and you can't ride a horse and you get to set and they're like, cop up on the horse, that's going to cause a major problem and you're going to get into a lot of trouble. So when I was watching, I was like, oh God. And I've always been, my special skills on my resume. I mean, when I first started, I had a list of a few things that I could do, decently. But I've removed all of them because I don't want someone. I mean, I can shoot a basketball, but I don't want people expecting me to come in and be really good at basketball. I don't want to misrepresent myself as having a skill that I don't have, or it's just like sort of a working knowledge of something. It's bad policy. But that hasn't prevented various productions from curveballing me with special skills that I did not list on my resume. I think I talked about doing a TV show, a recurring role, and when I got to set, they were like, or when I got the script, rather, I had to pitch softball, which I couldn't do, and then I had to learn softball really fast. I was like, because I called them, I said, I suck at pitching, and they were like, well, just practice. We'll deal with it. And I was like, oh crap. So I went actually out with my brother in Washington D.C. and learned how to play softball, D.C. style. And then when I got to the set, the director said that my pitching looked stupid because I was pitching it underhand and all that. And he said it wasn't dramatic enough, and so I had to pitch it, like an actual Major League Baseball pitcher, and I sucked. And another thing that I don't have listed on my resume is the ability to drive standard, to drive a stick shift. I do, like I understand how to pitch. I kind of understand how to, drive a standard car because my father insisted that I learn when I was learning to drive. But when I was a new driver, I had his standard stick shift pickup truck, and through screwing up shifting gears on a wet street in an intersection, I lost control of the car and hit a guardrail and just totally destroyed my dad's truck. And he trotted out photos at all the family reunions and parties and whatnot. Said, "Hey, look what my kid did to my truck." So I think rather understandably, I have a certain resistance to driving stick. And I got a job on a movie early in my career, supporting lead. It was my first supporting lead. It was very exciting, and I love movies, and it was a movie, and it was a comedy movie. He was very excited to do it, and it was my very first day, and I get to set, and it's a scene where I drive up and see something that I'm not supposed to see, and they thought it would be funny because I'm 6 feet to put me in a Fiat. Tiny car, and I get in, and it's a stick. And I was like, oh, hey, this is a stick. And they're like, you don't know how to drive stick? And I was like, well, the last time I did it, I totaled my dad's truck. And they were like, oh, it's no big deal. You'll figure it out. So, my first day on the movie was just being terrified that I was going to screw up the car, or not be able to hit my marks or anything because it was stick and not an automatic, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I muddled through, but it was wildly stressful as a day of work, and I felt maybe I was going to get fired, and they didn't fire me because it really wasn't as big a deal as I thought it was in my head. Yeah, I don't like driving stick or pitching. This has been a Blursh production. Blur.